We're driving towards Bandelier National Monument, located on the Pajarito Plateau in northern New Mexico. This monument protects over 33,000 acres of canyon and mesa country. The Pajarito Plateau itself is a volcanic upland formed by eruptions from the Jemez Mountains over 1 million years ago. This region's unique geology is fundamental to understanding Bandelier's history. Bandelier National Monument preserves evidence of human presence dating back nearly 11,000 years. However, the most visible remains are from the ancestral Pueblo people, who inhabited this area primarily between 1150 and 1600 CE. Bandelier National Monument was established in 1916 to protect these significant cultural and natural resources. The park is administered by the National Park Service, and its mission is to preserve the archaeological sites, educate the public about the ancestral Pueblo people, and conserve the natural environment. The name Bandelier comes from Adolf Bandelier, a Swiss-American archaeologist who conducted extensive research in the area during the late 19th century.
All right, we just took the little hike. It's very simple. It's all cement, so you're easily gonna make your way out here. But now we get to climb up into the dwellings. This park's at like 6,600 feet. So going up the hills a little bit. We're not in the greatest of shape, but it's really neat.
It's the altitude.
Yeah.
It's not the sleeve of Chips Ahoy last night. It's like van life crawling around.
Crawling into these things. This hole is like barely gonna fit me. Well, we invested in an apartment in New Mexico.
It's all we can afford.
Yeah,
Cave dwelling.
cave dwelling. Cliff view. Careful going down. Did you get a chill?
Touch the railing.
Ooh. It's nice and chill. Yeah, I'm okay. Very tight spaces in here now. Alright, we got to go through some tight spots. It's nice to be in this shade because even though it's like 50 degrees outside, we're at high elevation and that sun, there's no clouds out, so it is hot. So definitely gonna want to bring some layers. That is ridiculous. So they had this.
They ruined it for everyone. Now we can't go and look at it. What's the point? So we're looking at this, and I can see right here, there looks like some structures here, like remnants, which tells me they had a patio.
Really.
Of course, who wouldn't want a patio? Look at this view. Okay, so then here would be where the beams went in. Oh, there's some hieroglyphics. Little petroglyphics. But they would put the beams in here, and these are the structures they built onto the cave. So this is like apartment buildings, basically, and condos. People were always living with their friends. But you could tell that this is the base of where the foundation was, and then they built up, and then the poles held on to the roof, and then their wild teenagers went on the roof and drew pictures and graffitied the walls. Something interesting about the petroglyph that we saw is they drew a macaw, and I believe those are from South America. So that proves, or could prove, theory, that they were trading. And that's pretty amazing to trade from here, New Mexico, all the way down to South America. What a journey. What happened to that cement pavement? So they do offer a wheelchair if you have someone maybe elderly or need a wheelchair, but I don't know about that. I don't think any of these national parks are really ADA friendly. It was a nice paved sidewalk the way up, and now this, not so much. I would not be wanting to push somebody on this, or even having to roll myself. Plus there's all these steps and ladders, so it really doesn't make sense to even attempt that, unfortunately. I don't know, we have to be more innovative and figure out how we can get this to be more accessible for everyone, because these are amazing sights and everyone should be able to see this. Oh! Watch that. Don't step on it. Apartment feet. Hey, baby.
Now we're out of the sun. The temperature dropped at least 25 degrees.
Yeah, it's so cold now. But my sweat on my body's keeping me warm.
Sweat?
Okay, it's actually freezing now. Where do we go?
Okay, so I got up the first flight of ladder.
First ladder.
The first chute. And then I saw the second one, and it was very like open and very long. So you're like on the cliff, but you can look out. And again, my fear of falling is like, I didn't even take the chance with it. But Ashley went all the way up. How was it?
What, like it's hard? It was fine. It was strenuous because it's like 4 ladders. So if you're not in shape, ladders is not fun. But going down was much easier.
Yeah. And I met her at the bottom. I took some photos of her, some videos, whatever I could, to be her personal paparazzi.
The only part I would complain about is that it's very narrow, so when people are coming down and you're going up, there's like not much place, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You're basically rubbing your bodies on people to get past each other.
Yeah, and like we saw people coming down, and they just kept coming and coming.
Like
which
a whole wave of people all decided
it was
to leave
like
at the same
4
time.
families that left
So
at
we
the
all
same
just
time.
sat there on the side of a cliff, like uncomfortable letting these people pass us.
Which is good and bad. Like, you're sitting here waiting, you're like, what? Can you just wait for us? But at the same time, it's opening up the entire top. Yeah. So
it was just me and another couple. We had the whole place up there by ourselves.
Well, we're finishing up our time here at Bandelier National Monument. I highly recommend coming out to this place if you're in Santa Fe or Albuquerque. Just make the drive over here. It's like a Mesa Verde with the Pueblo. The Pueblo's like in the rocks and everything, and then going up the ladders. But for me, I don't like heights. I do not recommend it if you're afraid of falling or heights.
One trail that you would be afraid of heights would be a concern.
Yeah.
The rest of it's fine. Don't make people not come.
Yeah, that's true. The first part is great. The second part, the Alcove, I'll say what it is over here, but that is where you're going up 140 feet.
And they have many signs saying, warning, if you're afraid of heights or have health problems, do not do this.
Yeah.
So you won't accidentally stumble across it. You'll be fine.
Well, last night after we did Bandelier and we went and checked out the White Rock lookout point, we decided to find a campground to stay nearby because we were running pretty low on electricity. So we actually are here in the visitor center parking lot here in White Rock. And what they have is, if you have an RV, they have a ton of RV spots. Now they have electric right here where you can charge, and then they have a dump station and a water station, potable water. So you can do everything right here, and it's only $20 a night. And all you have to do is go either to the pool rec center, or here they'll have some QR codes where you can just pay online. So they make it very easy for you. And for 20 bucks a night, this is a great jump point to go into Bandelier, go into Los Alamos. Even Santa Fe isn't that far away. So this is a great deal for us. Another thing is, here at the Visitor Center, they also have the shuttle that goes to Bandelier National Monument. Now, it was fairly busy yesterday. All the spots were taken up. So I can only imagine what it's like during a very busy time of the year. We're here in January right now. So to have a shuttle service, that's a great service. But I wouldn't want to be climbing those cliffs with enough people that fill up the parking lot there and are filling an entire massive parking lot over here at the Visitor Center. But that's just my opinion. But they do have the shuttle service here that you can just park at the Visitor Center and then get over to Bandelier.